if you would. All right, you all ready? Everybody's here that you needed? Just hold it down and it will turn green for you. The only thing that I would ask today, not sure who's going to be speaking first, but you will? Okay. Just be sure that you have the mics on. So, because we are being webcast, so everyone can hear that is listening in today. Other than that, I'm ready to get started. Marcus, would you like to introduce who's going to be speaking?
Sure. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Thank you all for hosting us this afternoon, to the committee members and the staff here this afternoon. Alcorn State University, Marcus Ward, Vice President for Institutional Advancement and Executive Director of the ASU Foundation. We have here several colleagues, including the Dean, the President, and Extension Administrator, and our Research Director. So I'll let the Dean take it over from here and introduce everyone else.
Thank you for allowing us to, Madam Chairman, to have this time to speak with you today. We also thank all of you for the support you have provided Alcorn State University and the university over the years. Without your support, the impact that we provide to the state would not be possible. This funding is helping us grow our programs, reach more audiences, and provide more resources to Mississippi and beyond. As you will hear, though we are providing these efforts, we are in need of additional resources to help us move forward. We ask for better facilities and equipment, more specialized research faculties, equitable salaries, and resources to reach broader audiences. With us today, we have our president, Dr. Felicia M. Nave, as well as Dr. Chikuma with Extension, as well as Dr. Zhang with our Associate Dean of Research. My name is Dexter Wakefield, and I'm serving as the interim dean in the School of Agriculture and Applied Sciences. As I come to you to provide you with a snapshot of the many ways we at the School of Agriculture and Applied Sciences provide an impact within the state of Mississippi, I would be remiss if I did not mention about the 2020 report that was done by Forbes magazine stating that HBCUs have been underfunded by at least $12.8 billion over the last 3 decades in comparison to their prominent counterparts. This level of funding impacts facilities and the ability to recruit, hire, retain, and reward top-tier talent. It impacts the ability to enhance research efforts and community outreach, and the list goes on. With this being said, here's my opportunity to once again say thanks. Mississippi is setting an example by being one of the few states meeting and at times exceeding the federal mandated match for agricultural funding to support research and extension. In 2022, Alcorn Agriculture was rewarded $6.9 million, which was the largest amount in history. And we are thankful for your thank you for this, and it's very appreciative. For fiscal year 23-24, we're proposing for agriculture research and extension appropriation funds to support and assist these specific key areas. First, being poultry research and extension, because poultry is considered one of the most popular protein sources in the United States. It is Mississippi's top research agricultural industry with an economic value of over $2.8 billion. At this time, we have one recently completed poultry research and demonstration facility with 60 replicated pens. So we're asking for assistance to grow these facilities. We also would like to look at assistance with our animal science and research and extension areas within our school. Alcorn is one of the leaders in the state in small ruminant research, and we're seeking assistance to expand our beef research, training, extension, and outreach program. We're also looking as our third component, environmental and science program, our horticulture programs, as well as our shiitake mushroom research production expansion. This shiitake facility will serve as a research and outreach demonstration facility for indoor cultivation of mushrooms. Providing Alcorn Ag with funding for these critical areas will allow us to continue efforts in building and renovating our facilities while strengthening our research in one of Mississippi's leading career pathways for our students. This would also provide us with assistance to upgrade our facilities, environmental labs, and provide more services to our community. Please allow me to provide you with baseline information prior to our budget requests of these 5 specific areas. What do? We would like to continue better serving our students, training the next level of the workforce, serving the youth community, attract the best talent, and meet the needs in our research and education. As Alcorn State University School of Agriculture and Applied Sciences, we're conducting research totaling over $30 million. Our increase in research activities continue to exceed the amount of funding provided by the state of Mississippi for our programs. Our primary responsibility is to prepare students for career opportunities in the field of agriculture and applied sciences. How do we do that? Our School of Ag conduct research totaling nearly $30 million annually. Our enrollment is at 631 students, and our funds provided through the extension programs largely impact underserved communities, totaling over $355 million for Mississippi. We also have 5 centers located around the state for research, outreach, and production with over 1,700 acres of land under management. Our primary challenges are the same as many of the other colleges in the state, yet there are some differences, and that's finding ways to strengthen our poultry, increase the number of Mississippi youth related to 4-H programs, increasing our corporate partnerships, our facilities improvement, and in attracting and retaining faculty and staff. Now, with our extension, we're asking for assistance with this because though we have offices in 17 counties in the state of Mississippi, there are still 82 counties in total. We would like to expand our efforts through Alcorn State University by reaching out to more counties within the state. In our 4 community-based extension areas, our ag and natural resource have a direct and indirect contacts of over 103,000 individuals. Our 4-H and youth development has a direct and indirect contact over 17,000. Family and consumer sciences, 116,000, and our community resource and development have a direct indirect contact over 1,700 clients. That's putting in the work. Those efforts we would not be able to do those efforts without the assistance that you all are providing us. But in terms of our research, for example, our non-formula award in 2022 totaled over $5 million. And at this current time, we have proposals out there totaling over $50 million with the attempt to bring more resources in to the state of Mississippi. Our School of Agriculture and Applied Sciences scientists are conducting research over $30 million in various areas such as organic production, swine, homeland security, and Department of Defense. Our centers that we have throughout the states which provide resources to the community are a Small Farm Development Center, Conservation Research Center, Swine Development Center, Center for Biotechnology, Mount Bayou Technical Transfer Center, and our Mississippi River Research Center. There are 4 construction projects at different stages that we were able to get, you were able to assist us with in terms of your resources, helping us at the School of Ag and Applied Sciences. And those are the pea facilities, which are in Mount Bayou, the poultry facility in Lorman, the mushroom facility in Lorman, and the greenhouse facility in Lorman as well. Some key updates as I draw toward my conclusion is IHL has recently approved phase 1 of our construction for our poultry research facility, and we are very proud of that. Greenhouse renovation and mushroom renovation projects are pending Mississippi Archives and Museums, and 95% complete on our vegetable processing facilities in Mount Bayou, just to name a few. So funds provided to research and extension at Alcorn State Ag programs stimulate the economic and professional development in areas that are largely underserved. These programs impact every county in the state, but greatly impact the Delta and Southwest Mississippi, and these programs do quite well. We work each day with a segment of the community, farmers, ranchers, and agriculture industries that drive a significant part of the Mississippi economy. As always, we're grateful for your support. Therefore, we are humbly requesting funds in support of programs at the School of Agriculture and Applied Sciences at Alcorn. We thank you for your continual support, and we're proud of our students, faculty, and staff, and the good representation they bring to the state of Mississippi, and particularly to Alcorn State University. Thank you for your time. Any questions?
Thank you. Will there be anybody else of the group speak or? Okay. Committee, do any of you have any questions? Okay, I have one particular question. You were talking about the shiitake mushroom, and I saw where that was like a $1 million type event. Is that something that someone you partner with, or is that something you have done as a standalone? Or is that a new project? I guess I should ask that as well.
Shiitake mushroom is an indoor culture. We have been funded by McIntyre Stanley's Formula Fund for the facility improvement. We are at the stage 2 of this fund and continue the request for renovating in the back of the campus of one facility and also one of the small facility inside the experimental station. So with the inflation today, we request $1 million. I don't know this is sufficient, but it will halve our stage 2 facility improvement for shiitake mushroom.
We used to have a partnership with the Mississippi Natural Products Association, and that was down in New Hebron, Mississippi. That facility closed. I think, I'm not sure, I think you may have had a chance to see that facility when we did a tour a few years ago. And so that is where we're trying to re-strengthen that program to have it on campus to bring it back to life.
And we'll be one of the only universities in the country that has this type of program, providing resources to our community.
Okay. So if we could also speak to the poultry, do you have partnerships with that, or is that strictly research that you do on site? And can you help me understand a little bit about where that information flows through?
Our poultry facility have been receiving a lot of support from Wayne Sanderson Farm, and which allows us to enhance that product development at our university. We're actually in phase 1. We have some of the facilities that are up, but phase 2 is the portion that would allow us to bring in broilers, bring in incinerators, bring in more resources, chicks, and hatchery elements to those facilities in terms of for the community. It also helps the community, so they're able to bring in different projects and work with us in terms of educational advancement in areas of poultry production in the community.
Yes, the poultry, we have one processing facility that has to be renovated so we can comply with the USDA regulation.
So out of the, I think it mentions that you have the 617 students or so, and I may have misquoted that, but the pie chart that you have in the front of the book, does that reflect, that's just dollars, how is the distribution of students? Is that throughout the different
What was that?
knowledge levels?
Okay.
There's a pamphlet in here that gives you a little bit more breakdown on the student enrollment and some of the other highlighted success points at the university that may provide some insights to that question.
Okay.
And I did want to say too, going back to your previous question, we are in partnership with Mississippi State University, where we actually have a 3+1 agreement where our students get a bachelor's at Mississippi State as well as Alcorn State with degrees in poultry science. So that would enhance our educational component too, as well as careers for the students.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's really a good information. I appreciate that. That was actually going to be one of my next questions. If you all were partnering with one of the other universities as well. So that really concludes all the questions that I have, unless the committee has thought of another. Okay. Again, you have we have a few minutes if there's something else you would like
Madam
to
Chair, if
share
we
with us.
may, I'd like for Dr. Nave, our president, to say a few words on behalf of the university, since she is here.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chairwoman and the committee. Again, I echo Dr. Wakefield's comments. We appreciate all the support. Mississippi does serve as a leader in providing that leadership in providing our matching grant, which so many states do not. I have the opportunity to serve as a member of the Executive Council for the 1890 University. And so I use that platform to acknowledge the work that Mississippi has done in supporting Alcorn, in moving our agenda forward. Alcorn has demonstrated extreme prudence with the resources that we've been provided. We continue to work in areas that are of importance to the state of Mississippi that help us expand our workforce and leverage the resources that we have so that we can expand those resources to reach more in the state. But we also look toward the future. The nature of agriculture is changing. So to ensure that we're able to stay abreast, to be ahead of the curve and continue to meet the agriculture and food needs of the state, the additional resources are necessary to renovate our facilities, to modernize, and to bring on board the equipment for what agriculture will look like in the future. We are onboarding new programs. We're active in the research area, and we're making sure that we're contributing at the state and national level in terms of the policy conversations as it relates to agriculture. So I again thank you for your continued support. We appreciate and do know that the resources that are being provided for Alcorn are being stretched, and they go a long way.
Thank you. And again, thank you all today for attending and taking time out of your afternoon to share your vision.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.